So, the top story, senior officials from the US and India over trade talks. Senior officials of India and the US will begin three-day talks on the proposed bilateral trade agreement from today amid threats of reciprocal tariffs from the Trump administration.
That's right, Shivangi, because April 2nd is the day when reciprocal tariffs will come into effect, and Brendan Lynch and his team are in the national capital to, ink out an agreement between the two nations, which will be balanced trade. And as far as India's tariffs are also concerned, Donald Trump has clearly stated that it will be a tit-for-tat tariffs this time around on April 2nd. So India and US, in the run-up to April 2nd, are trying to make some last-minute changes to the tariffs that each other might slap against the two nations.
All right, we've been joined by a guest right now. Purnima Nath, foreign affairs expert, is joining us live this morning. A very good morning to you. And, what we will focus on right now and what I think would be, and you can expand on this, the result of this would be hopefully an agreement where both parties, the India and US, agree on certain terms and they mutually benefit each other. This is going to be very important. So do you think, how far would that be? Because this is going to be, like I said, to enhance and broaden bilateral trade ties in a mutually beneficial and fair manner to both the parties involved. Your reaction?
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning to you as well. First of all, I want you to understand this is a massive shakeout. Obviously, this tariff issue has scared majority of the countries in the world. If you look at from Canada, Mexico perspective, there's 25% tariff imposed. But at the same time, you see the recent one just imposed, basically. President Trump has imposed 25% or secondary tariff, he called. It's actually a sanctioning process on Venezuela. And what if you look at his truth post, it specifically says that Venezuela deliberately, knowingly, deceitfully sent gang members and criminals to United States, basically murderers to United States. So any country that does businesses with Venezuela, buy oil and gas with Venezuela, from Venezuela, say, and then does business with America too, those countries will be getting 25% tariff as well on top of it, what is going on. So what I'm trying to say over here, what President Trump is doing is all this shake-up is that is happening on basically in order to make sure that America is safe and protected and not abused by any country, any agencies, any NGOs, any entities, or any other thing, corporations or so. So whether it's executive order, election integrity executive order, or voter IDs in the voter form and things like that is actually a sign that he's actually trying to make sure that our country is protected. Now, coming to India specifically, obviously, PM Modi of India is India first, and America's President Trump is America first. Both of them understand what nationality is, how to secure the border, but the approach may not be exactly the same. So, in this particular case, India might get slapped by major tariff issues, but in a long time, I say there is a lot of opportunities for India to actually build product and services in India and sell to other countries. For example, I'll give you something. I'm an Indian-born American citizen. I want to make sure that both India and America, both together, has a massive, wonderful relationship from a two countries perspective, but also both the countries develop and progresses at the same time. And I have seen Royal Enfield Bullet in India. It's manufactured in Tamil Nadu. When we talk about Harley Davidson, which is actually literally 30 minutes from my house, the headquarter in America, in this the Harley Davidson that we have heard President Trump talking about in terms of tariffs, which has been reduced from India right now. You could sell Royal Enfield Bullet, the masculinity, the identity the Royal Enfield has. No other countries has that. So sound, even I didn't hear this kind of sound in even Harley Davidson. So what I'm trying to say is that it's an opportunity from product to product basis, industry to industry basis, from services to services basis. So now that, President Trump has scared the whole world, they're all negotiating, they're all trying to do their best in order to make sure it's a level playing field. The idea that different countries are abusing this, our country, is a problematic situation.
That's right,
And I think it
Purnima
should
Nath, but looking at the way things stand right now, I don't think Donald Trump is interested in creating a level playing field. He's trying to strong arm India into not importing oil from Venezuela because India has imported around 22 million barrels last year alone. So you can't say that, Donald Trump wants to create a level playing field, but when he's actually trying to help, or rather trying to prompt other countries also to boycott Venezuela. And as far as the trade ties are concerned with India, do you think that both the teams can, etch out an agreement that is viable for both the countries, especially since the April 2nd deadline is soon approaching?
I very much understand that. But in that particular case, I want to say that this should actually inspire Indian leaders and Indian Prime Minister Modi to impose, to make sure that India's border is also secured. And for instance, let's say if this particular situation was happening between India and Pakistan, and this is you just impose the same situation in America, you think America and President Trump would have accepted this situation, what is happening to Indian Hindu people, whether in Bangladesh or India or in Pakistan? So the point I'm trying to say is that maybe your President Trump's approach may not be looked at the right approach for other countries, even including India. But at the same time, you have an opportunity now to secure your border, to make sure your illegals are ousted, and the criminals are not sent by Pakistan or Bangladesh, or Rohingya Muslims are not creating their places and encroaching Indian borders or Indian border states. So there is a lot of lesson learned. In a long term, India will become a very so-called Atmanirbhar, very self-sufficient and self-dependent. During COVID era too, we have seen several issues in terms of supply chain. India actually was survived because of President PM Modi's leadership. So I appreciate what you're saying in terms of from a perspective of Venezuela's oil was imported by India as well, and it will be slapped with a tariff, additional 25% tariff.
Yes.
I understand that, but at the same time, I think this particular scenario, if you look at from a broader point of view, I think there is a lot of lesson learned for India as well, to make your border secure, make your Indian product and services stronger, make the country self-sufficient and self-reliant and self-dependent, and also sell product and services elsewhere. And I would like to see Royal Enfield in America.
Yes, absolutely. This is very important. India and US will focus on increasing market access, reducing non-tariff barriers, enhancing supply chain integration. And thank you for joining us, because as those meetings begin, we will be getting our viewers back-to-back updates.